Frank Ragnow of your Detroit Lions. You are now tuning into the official new hotness, the One Pride podcast presented by ISN. This is your source for all Detroit Lions news, rumors, pre- and post-game day breakdowns. Go Lions.
All right. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the show, and you are now watching Spike Kool-Aid with the Gridiron Blitz. I want to bring in my fellas very, very quickly, but before we do that, I would like to give a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant, who passed away, him, his daughter, and 7 others on a year ago today. So let's give a moment of silence for Kobe Bryant. All right. Thank you guys so much for that. It's been a year. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe it's been a year, fellas. But, you know, I'm sure Kobe will want life to go on. And, man, it's been a year of just insanity. But we here doing this thing. So I got MICROMIKE in the building and TROXEL'S Sports Talk. What's going on, fellas? How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great, man. I'm ready to talk some Detroit Lions with some spiked Kool-Aid of the Gridiron Blitz.
Absolutely. And Mike is responsible for that name as well. We were throwing out some names, man, and he dropped that, and I love it. So y'all know me. I don't play around, and I'm going to keep it 100 this year. So not that I didn't keep it 100 before, but it's just going to be a different take. And we got TROXEL'S Sports Talk. What's going on, Trox? How you doing, man?
What's going on, everybody?
Okay.
We are live for some spiked Kool-Aid.
We are live, and I'm all out of Kool-Aid. We got Chicago Bears 24/7. Miss Johnson says, "Sup, guys? Love the Vodcast." Indeed. Appreciate you guys being here. Ty, I did see the email, and I will touch base with you later. But, guys, we've been talking a lot about Matthew Stafford, and it's not old. It's just getting started, but I know a lot of people are tired of talking about it already. And it came out today that he listed his house, the same house last year that was listed for sale, that then he then took down. It is back on the market. So I think it's official to say, fellas, that Matthew Stafford is going to be gone. Mike, we talk about it all the time. You made a list today of the top 10 places you think Matthew Stafford could end up. And give me your thoughts on maybe what has changed over the last day or so. If you think.
Well, a lot of things that has changed, and that is the house is on the market, and I wish I could buy it, and I was that rich, and, you know, I could be the guy to bring this franchise. I could be the quarterback, but that's not going to be here. That's not happening. But when it comes to rumors, there is a little bit of rumors I heard on 97 The Ticket, and that was that Dan Campbell wanted to get a first-round draft pick this year, a first-round pick next year, and Taysom Hill for quarterback. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the rumor I heard on the show today. So that would be interesting for sure.
Well, we definitely can talk about that, and I'm glad you brought that up because it has slipped my mind. TROXEL'S Sports Talk, this is the first time we've really had you on the show to talk about Matthew Stafford and the fact that he will no longer be the Detroit Lions quarterback. Give me your thoughts on that and potentially where he can land up.
Okay, first and foremost, I am sad about it. Because I wish the Detroit Lions could have did what nobody else did for, say, Barry or for Calvin, and that's bring the man a Super Bowl trophy and bring the city of Detroit a Super Bowl. Yes. We deserve it. We've been beaten, battered, bruised, looked over, things of that nature. Crapped on, the whole nine. So it's a bittersweet, but, as TA would tell me, and as these two awesome gentlemen on each side would tell me, it's time to go in a different direction. It just didn't work out. So it's time to move on, and it's time to rebuild this thing the right way. Yeah. From ground zero all the way up to, the tallest part of the building. It's time to build it the right way. Did you want me to let you know about the places I think that would be?
Yeah, absolutely. That was part of the question as well. No doubt.
Okay. I would love the Indianapolis Colts, but there's two other spots.
Okay.
First spot, Mike did say the New Orleans Saints. Perfect fit. Drew Brees rides off into the sunset. Taysom Hill comes to Detroit. Out goes Matthew Stafford. Another place, the team that's in the Super Bowl right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. I think that's a little bit of a sticky situation, Trox, due to Tom Brady being there.
Tom Brady retires, having his 7th ring.
Yeah, we know he's not going to go anywhere. Tom too selfish, man. He want it all. He wanted.
But this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Why not retire like a Peyton Manning, like a Ray Lewis, like a, go out as a champion. Don't be in the league for too long where you get Eli Manning. No disrespect to Eli Manning. He did pop Tom Brady twice.
In epic fashion, by the way. Absolutely epic fashion.
Oh, absolutely. That's facts.
Yeah.
But I mean, that could be a dark horse team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All of a sudden he says, you know what? Let me retire as a Super Bowl champion.
Indeed.
And rise off in the sunset. There's a void there. Enters Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
They're still up there to compete for championships. Now they got what about 8 years or so, or maybe even 7 years until Matt Stafford's about 40. Because let's face it, their offensive line is way better than Detroit.
Yeah, but I like what Mike said though, Trox, about the beating that Stafford has taken. And I don't want to talk the whole show about Matthew Stafford because we've had 2 other shows about that. But Matthew, body of a 72-year-old man, and he'll be 33 next month, excuse me. And I know what Mike means, but the thing is, how long does Matthew Stafford have in him after taking the beating that he's taken? He would have to go to a place like the Colts where they allowed the fewest sacks in the league. And I think that he's going to go there. Now, I did hear that, I think it was from you, Trox, that is his preferred destination. Was that you who told me that? One of you guys told me that.
That was MicroMike told me.
MicroMike.
That was a report that came out today that would be a destination he would prefer.
Because it is already set up to win. And that's where he wants to go.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's real talk. That's where all of us here in ISN almost clearly said that's where we want Matt Stafford to go is Indianapolis.
Yeah. And I wish I could find that tweet, but it was kind of it was from it was something from David Carr that I thought was interesting. But before we go any further, because I want to elaborate on Mike's Taysom Hill situation, because I think that's unique. If you guys are interested in donating to the fans have been donating to the Acoustic Neuroma Association, if I said that right. I probably didn't, but they've been donating $9, which is Matthew Stafford's jersey number, in honor of Kelly Stafford and her beating the brain tumor situation. So check that out. It's on ESPN. You can check it out there. But Mike, I don't know how I feel about Taysom Hill. So it would be a first this year, a first next year. They would get Matthew Stafford. We would get Taysom Hill.
I'm not sure if it was them getting Matthew Stafford. It just suggested that we would get Taysom Hill. Now, it's just a rumor. It could be completely bunk. I don't know. I just heard it on 97 Won the Ticket.
Okay.
It is what it is, but I think it was, we get a first-round pick. We get the running Taysom Hill, tight end, running back, wide receiver, quarterback in him, and a first next year, which I'd like. See, the reason I say that I don't believe it would be Stafford going there is they don't have the capital.
Yeah, they're like 95 million or some just over the cap. This ridiculous. Yeah. Well, excuse me, guys. I'm not very fond of Taysom as quarterback. I gotta watch some more, of his games and see. I know he's a gadget guy and trucks. I know you've seen quite a few Saints games as well. He did replace Drew Brees, and I'm not sure if he lost the game. I don't remember.
No, they went perfect.
Yeah. So they did it with Jameis last year. No, they did it with Teddy Bridgewater last year. And then they did it under Taysom. I don't know if I like him as a starting quarterback, if indeed that's going to happen. Trox, how you feel about Taysom coming to the D potentially?
I'm okay with that. For the 4 or 5 games that he did start, he was actually pretty solid. I was actually quite shocked.
Okay.
It wasn't when Drew Brees is playing, you know when Taysom Hill's in, it's going to be a run play. He was actually going and throwing the football, going through progressions, check downs, throwing to the wide receivers, throwing to the running backs, tight ends, running it himself, handing it off to Alvin Kamara. I mean, it was a real good system that he was actually playing in. I wouldn't be mind. I mean, even if he comes in and, he's a bridge guy, I'm cool with that.
See, I don't know, Mike, and we talked about this before, man. I'm not too sure about Taysom as the starter, if that was the case. Like I said, I have to watch more of his games, but he's awesome at what he does, but I don't think that's be a starting quarterback.
I want to draft a quarterback. I don't care who they really get. Yeah. The quarterback that of the future of the Lions is in this draft. That's who I want, whether it be Trey Lance, Justin P. Fields, and or Zach Wilson. That's who I want. As long as Chase Daniel not starting, go ahead and whatever, man. I don't care, man. But make sure you get that quarterback in this draft, and don't start Chase Daniel. I don't want to see him at all.
Yeah, and I know he had a 2-year deal, but I don't know if they're going to keep him on this team though. I know none of it was guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? I don't know.
Hopefully it's not. Hopefully the only thing guaranteed is him not being on the team.
I think that is guaranteed, but I think it was $14 million, and only none of it was guaranteed. So I think that Chase is probably a done deal. But if he does stay, he would be that guy that could maybe teach him the offense, but we're going to have a new OC, so it doesn't really matter. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I would rather have a coach deal. If the Colts are going to give us the 2 firsts, I would take that. That's what I want. Trox, now, like I said, we haven't really heard much from you. And shout out to our brother TA, who was under the weather today. And
feel better, TA.
Absolutely. Feel better, sir. Mm-hmm. So, Trox, who would you like to see maybe come in and bridge the gap between Trey Lance, a rookie quarterback, and then, his sophomore year of next year?
Well, first and foremost, I do want to give my 4 quarterbacks I would want here in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
There's Trey Lance. There's Zach Wilson. There's Spencer Riddler, or I think his name is Desmond Riddler from Cincinnati. Shout out to TA. He did put me up on those quarterbacks. And I watched film on them. I absolutely love it. Those are the only 4 guys I want come to Detroit. No disrespect to Justin Fields or anything like that. I got the guys that I want, and I'm kind of hard-headed. I like it, and I want you.
You're very much.
I don't know about kind of, my brother. I think it's full-blown rockhead, man. But it wouldn't be any other way. You wouldn't be Trox if you weren't.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But, the guy that I wouldn't mind being a bridge guy is actually, shout out to On the Warpath, his team, the Washington football team, maybe make a trade for a Alex Smith. What better guy that could come in? Yeah, he has one leg, whatever. Don't do
that. Don't disrespect him like that, bro.
Okay, but we got what do you call it? Derrick Rose on our Piston squad. We got Blake Griffin on our Piston squad.
Yeah.
We need somebody like that on our Lions squad. But no, all jokes aside, though, he has a great football mind. What better way to learn about the game of football than by Alex Smith? He's been in the big dances. He's been in, big time situations, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're going to throw your rookie into the fire right away, because I'm a person. If you're gonna trade your franchise guy, you're essentially going to say, okay, this is a full on rebuild, but I want to have a backup that can be there if, say, he goes down with injuries or whatever happens. I mean, we seen Matthew Stafford his rookie year and his sophomore year go down with a shoulder injury.
Yeah,
we had Sean Hill. He would essentially be that Sean Hill type of guy.
And Sean Hill was solid.
Sean Hill was phenomenal. I love Sean Hill.
He was, to me, he was the best backup quarterback that we've had.
And we've never had a backup greater than him.
Yeah, in my opinion. That's what I think. Now, Alex Smith, Mike, I don't know, man. I don't see Alex Smith. Yeah. One, he would have to come here, and I don't see that's happening. He would retire before he come here. Two, the offensive line, I just don't see. I mean, we saw how many times Stafford got knocked down. It wasn't nice. And I think that's one of the reasons Stafford is probably gearing toward the Colts, man, because the Colts are set up to win. They just needed that guy, and I think Matthew Stafford is going to be that guy.
There's two people that I'd like to talk about. One, who I think the Lions are going to get. Two, who I want the Detroit Lions to get.
Okay.
Who I think the Detroit Lions are going to get is Tyrod Taylor. Fits the system. Was under
I didn't think about him.
Makes perfect sense from that standpoint. Free agent. Blah blah blah. That's what I think they're going to get. Who I want to get. I would like to make a trade for Marcus Mariota. I think that would be a great fit for the Detroit Lions. They may just go ahead and release him because he has $10 million on the cap. Marcus Mariota, dual threat quarterback. He would be cheap, not much. I think he'd be a bridge very well for the new quarterback coming in. You see what he did with Derek Carr, came in, did very well. And I think that if you had someone like him as our bridge guy, draft a quarterback with the same similar style. If you look at Lance, Zach Wilson, Justin P. Fields, very similar, big arm, scrambling ability. That would be the ideal fit for MicroMike.
Okay, so MicroMike thinks is gearing toward Tyrod Taylor.
Yes, if I was to give you quarterbacks that are going to be on this team, Tyrod Taylor would rank 4.
It makes sense.
Zach Wilson, Justin P. Fields, and Trey Lance. So you're seeing where I'm going with the veteran here.
It makes sense too, Mike, because look at our offensive coordinator, and shout out to, I think it was Rod Love 313 said it, because of Anthony Lynn's system. It kind of makes sense that you bring a Tyrod Taylor.
It's not who I want, folks. As you're seeing there, why would you all want? That's not who I want.
Right.
I want Marcus Mariota. There's a difference between.
He did say that. He did say that. He said who I would want and who I think they would get.
Just like with Jeff Okudah, who I wanted Derrick Brown. I said they're going to get Jeffrey Okudah. I wanted Justin Herbert. They said Jeff Okudah. I want Mariota. They're probably going Tyrod Taylor.
And we talked about it the other day, guys. I think that Matt Patricia, Mike, I know you're not very fond of him. He seemed like a nice guy who's, I was going to say unemployed, but not anymore. And I know the Patriots are an off team, a dark horse to land Stafford. But I think the Derrick Brown situation that came out of the 97 Won the Ticket camp was a true statement. And I think that Matt Patricia took the rap for some poor decisions by Bob Quinn, who remember, guys, is still not employed as well. So I'm thinking that the Derrick Brown situation was true. And I know both of these guys are past tense, but what do you guys think? Do you think it could have been? I think it's true. I'm just going to go on record and say that it was true with the Derrick Brown. What do you think, MicroMike? You think it could have been true, or it was more of a smokescreen thing?
I think it's true. The dysfunction is there. If you see the players talking, you even heard of Jeffrey Okudah himself. I think the dysfunction, there's not a connection there. And when you have a dysfunction, when you have – think about this. There was 3 players they won. You got the general manager wanted one guy, the head coach wanted another guy, and the scouts wanted another guy. That's called dysfunction. And that's exactly what took place for the Detroit Lions. And that's why we end up where we're at. You got to be on the same page. Everybody has got to want a guy. And that's what right now is taking place with Detroit. We're getting on the same page. Adios, Bob Quinn. Adios, Pat Patricia. Please don't send Matt Stafford to Pat Patricia. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if they do it, guys. I don't even know if Matthew Stafford, because we talked about it yesterday. And I know, Trox, you're kind of just getting in with this. I talked about the willingness and of working with a Matthew Stafford. This guy's been here for 12 years. You got to work with him. Okay, do the Lions just say, hey, we're going to do what we want to do, or are we going to take in consideration how you feel as well? I'm feeling like, guys, that they're going to actually take into consideration how Matthew Stafford feels and ship him somewhere he would like to be shipped, which is why I think Indianapolis is the #1 destination. Trox, what do you feel, man? You think that the Lions are going to pull a Calvin maybe and say, I'm not, forget your money, or they're going to work with Matthew Stafford and send him to a place he wants to go?
I am definitely going the latter. And I think that move right there is going to help with the relationship with a Calvin Johnson. You send off Matthew Stafford where he wants to go, give him what he needs, things of that nature, and do things the right way. And then I think Calvin Johnson will see that and at least have a conversation with the ownership, about repairing the dysfunction that we have here in Detroit.
Speaking of repairing dysfunction, Sheila Ford Hamp is doing quite the job at repairing my view of this team, because you guys talk to me every day. You know how I feel. You know that it's a lot of things that I want to see, which is why the name of this show is Spike Kool-Aid, man, because as a Lions fan, we can't get off it. It's like every year, man, it's the same thing. But this year I said, you know what? It's going to be different. And here I am talking about this team. But at the same time, I feel like Sheila has gone a long way to earn my respect and my belief that she can turn this team around with the firing of Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia. Now, if she repairs this rift with Calvin and the organization, and if she can manage to finagle 2 first-round picks, if she's behind that, then I got to give her my respect, man. I do. Now, Trox, we talked about this all the time, man, and I know you were big on the Kool-Aid 2 years ago, not so much this year. How do you feel about what Sheila has done thus far for this team?
Now, I don't want to be known as the Kool-Aid person when it comes to getting back into that, because I got burned super hard saying 12-4, saying NFC title, or NFC North title, saying playoff win, things of that nature. I'm not going there anymore, folks. But as far as where it goes with Sheila Ford Hamp, for her first year, I think she has done a phenomenal job. Why? Okay, she gave Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn that year. They didn't play meaningful football in December. Okay, well, it got to go. Goodbye. The saying still stands. Not playing meaningful football in December, not going for an NFC title, stuff like that, NFC North title, things of that. Goodbye. She comes in, she cleans out house, and she's actually really doing things the right way. What do all of us here in ISN always say that are Lion fans?
Oh my God. That's what we always say.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things.
That's facts.
Absolutely.
But we always say, we want guys that used to be here, that knows the struggle, that knows the pain, that's been through Hades, brimstone, and fire, that's been there, that's put on the pads. They went and hired Chris Spielman. Mm-hmm. They went and signed as head coach Dan Campbell. They're going out and getting former players at head coaches in coaching positions. They're getting general managers that's had experience around their rookie guy. Like, the most underrated move, in my opinion, is John Dorsey and Deuce Staley. Deuce Staley.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about him as well.
The Lions are doing some things that we haven't seen since the 1990s. And that's putting forth the right effort to run the football.
Yeah, but we've seen that. We've seen this. We haven't seen this, but I agree with you, Trox. It's low. You might start mixing and pouring it. Mike, I know you high on the Lions, man. Not Kool-Aid high, but a realistic high. And how do you feel Sheila has done thus far, being in front of the scenes, taking over ownership?
She's done good there. Big Clue. I see you. I think she's done a really good job, in my opinion. Again, she's done everything that she stated she would do, Big Clue, such as firing the clown show. She went and go ahead and fired those guys, picked up Chris Spielman, then turn around, get Barry Sanders on that bad boy, and then find some individuals with a thorough interview process and built it the correct way, and that is hashtag facts. And I think she's done a great job, did everything that she said she would do. So I'm very happy with the process. With that said, it's all about continuing. I'm not going to go ahead and down that Kool-Aid suggesting that we're going to win the Super Bowl or anything like that. Look, you can go to other people for that. I'm going to take a wait and see approach like I always do. I just think that they're going in the right direction. They got to go ahead and keep going in that right direction and keep showing that what they're doing is good. And I think they are. Got to get that quarterback, though. That will be massive. Get that quarterback in this draft. And then I'll be, that Kool-Aid is going to taste a little bit better knowing the fact that, we're going to have the future of the franchise in there. But I still want to see the process go.
And we are definitely getting the future franchise. And I like how they got ahead of this thing. Matthew Stafford knew he wanted to go, and he got ahead of it. He knew he wanted to leave before the new coach and GM came in. And the Lions have been smart ever since firing Matt Patricia 6 weeks before the season ended, which is that gave them a massive head start to get the guys that they wanted to get. And we've seen what Brad Holmes is capable of with the Jalen Ramsey trade and things like that. So I am wondering and hoping that he brings that same mentality to the Detroit Lions. And speaking of the Detroit Lions, someone that came up the other day, I made a video about him, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Now, I've heard off the wall about him coming to Detroit. Stop it. Okay, just stop it. But more likely would be for him to leave the NFC North. What do you guys think of this whole Aaron Rodgers situation? I personally don't believe he's going anywhere. He would retire a Green Bay Packer, but Trox, will start with you. What do you feel about Aaron Rodgers and his maybe unsettling demeanor with the Green Bay Packers?
Well, Lion fans, you're going to have to deal with him for years to come until he finally says, you know what? It's time for me to ride off in the sunset. He is retiring as a Green Bay Packer. I have... unless a deal comes out that just completely obliterates anything that the Green Bay Packers would have imagined, I think he stays with the with the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I think it's only said.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, because I think he even said he's like, I'm perfectly content where I'm at. I don't see why I'm not going to be here. So
yeah. It's what the media does. He said, I came off the field, I was emotional. I said something that I have said a million times before, and basically he doesn't want to go. Now, Mike, I know you might have some different thoughts on Aaron Rodgers and whether he'll wind up staying a Green Bay Packer.
No, he's going to get traded at some point. I'm not saying this year. Never said this year. I didn't think that would be a smart idea. But you don't draft a guy in the first round for him to stay another 5 years in Green Bay. That would be waste of a draft pick. They're going to do what they did with Brett Favre. They'll trade him. Now, I'm thinking probably after next year's when they trade Aaron Rodgers or tell him he's got to retire, but he's not going to retire. So I think he's going to get traded. I think that Jordan Love will be playing next year, the latest year after that.
But see, that's fine with me because Aaron Rodgers is now 40 years old, and I don't see him pulling a Brady. I think he's gone. He's done what he wants to do. He wants to retire a Green Bay Packer. Why tarnish the legacy of going to another team, and mess up your Green Bay Packer legacy? So I agree with that, but I don't think he'll be traded, Mike. I think he'll actually retire. But anyway, as long as he's out the NFC North, that'll be good for those Lions fans that want that to happen. I personally don't care. He can stay here. Mars Attack can stay here for all I care, because I want my team to go through the gauntlet to be able to get to that coveted NFC North title. Now, speaking of the NFC North, and there's a lot of changes and stuff going on, is there anybody that you guys could see being a potential threat, being the new maybe potential replacement for a Mitchell Trubisky in Chicago? I know Deshaun Watson has come up several times. Do you guys see anybody that is currently on the QB market that could wind up a Chicago Bear? We'll start with you, Troxel Sports Talk.
Well, I want to first off and say this.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers needs to have that second ring. So it's when I was holding up the one, it's one more ring. Why do I say one more ring? Because that would put him one step ahead of Brett Favre, his
Correct.
guy that he got trained by. So if he gets 2 rings, that kind of leapfrogs him in the pecking order of a Brett Favre when it comes down to championship cachet, so to speak. But one person that can replace Mitchell Trubisky,
that would be that a potential threat guy in the North. What do you think?
To make the
Chicago Bears a threat to our Detroit Lions. Yes.
I mean, you do got to put in Deshaun Watson. I don't see them having the cap or the capital to get him. But I mean, hey, anything can happen when you really want somebody.
I mean, they've done Khalil Mack. I don't know if
but they also gave how many first round draft picks?
They gave 2, which they are equal to this year.
Yeah, but I mean, they just finally got themselves a first round draft pick. So do they go back into something like that? Or do they just say, you know what? Let's go do it how we should do it, and that's via the draft. You build through the draft, not through trades and not through free agency. You build it the right way via getting the right guys via the draft. But free agent, you got Deshaun Watson, you got
which would be a trade. It has to be a trade. Yeah. So free agent trade, either one. Yeah.
Or another person is Jimmy Garoppolo.
With all the 49er talk for Matthew Stafford, he would be available. That is true. Mike, do you have anybody in mind, man? Anybody that might pose a threat? Because we're pretty sure Mitchell isn't coming back for another year. Is there anybody that you don't want to see a Chicago Bear? Any quarterback?
Well, I don't necessarily look. We all know that Deshaun Watson is the guy I wouldn't want to see. You could see Garoppolo's a fit. Marcus Mariota. You could see Jared Goff. I could see them potentially wanting to trade him for sure. You got the Cam Newtons of the world. You can see that Jacoby Brissett. I seen that earlier for the Detroit Lions. In there again, maybe a Taysom Hill, or it could be a potential fit there. But I think realistically, Garoppolo, a Jared Goff possible trade, a Marcus Mariota, and then drafting a Mac Jones or a Trey or a Kyle Trask. I think that's kind of what you're going to look at there.
Yikes! Yeah, that the latter, man. I don't know about him. I don't really like what I saw. But you know what, guys? We're going to break in the show real quick. Let's take a look at Good Morning America. And I'm sorry, Good Morning Football. I said Good Morning America. I don't even watch that show. Let's take a look at what the guys and the gal at Good Morning Football had to say about potential landing
Adams
for a hey. Put some receipts. Look.
Hey,
Trav, you about to get in trouble, bro. Let's just watch this clip.
In 12 seasons there, arguably one of the most underrated quarterbacks we've talked about on our show ever since our show started here in 2016. Where do you hope to see Stafford next season, Nate? And how do you feel about it?
I joined the Detroit Lions shortly after he was drafted. So before I get to where he's going to land, let me say Matt Stafford did it right. Regardless of how you may feel about the success of the team over the years that he's been the quarterback, he's never complained. He's never wanted to get traded. He's never asked for a trade. He never complained about the money, even though he made some good money. I see you, Matt. And he also fought through injury after injury. And every injury that you heard of as a fan, Matt Stafford had 5 more. I can promise you that. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. One of the toughest quarterbacks to ever play the game. With all that said, he could go anywhere. Any place that is in desperate need of a quarterback and make that team instantly better. But I feel like San Francisco, the 49ers are a great landing spot for him. I think about Kyle Shanahan briefly playing for the Browns when he was the offensive coordinator, knowing what he likes from a quarterback, a guy that can deliver the ball in any kind of system from West Coast to an open scheme, a guy that's tough, that can deliver a ball, stand in that pocket, take a shot, and make a throw that, let's call it what it is. Jimmy Garoppolo sometimes can't make. So I know there's some moving pieces that you got to deal with. There's money issues. There's trades. But I would like to see Matt Stafford in a system where he can drop back, sling it every single down if he needs to, because that's one of his skill sets. And he's always going to go down as one of the best passers I've ever played with.
And that Sunshine, Kittle, and all those weapons. I like it, too. If I'm looking at it from their perspective, and when we show the post from his wife, and how they have kids, and they've lived, I try to think about in terms of family and lifestyle. Doesn't need money, all right? I would want to go somewhere where he doesn't have to worry about all the things he had to worry about in Detroit.
Okay.
I want to go somewhere where I don't have to worry about a new head coach. I don't have to worry about a new GM, a new coordinator every year. There's no, Jim Bob Cooter, and none of it. It's stability and it's championships over and over, which is why I would want him to go to New England. You know what time it is, and it's like if New England wants to recruit him, it's almost like a college thing. Come in and look at all those championship banners we have. Do you have those in Detroit? You guys can't even win a wild card game. That's the man right there. And if you honestly think that Bill Belichick is going to sit back this offseason after watching what Brady and Gronk have done and, let's do a slow rebuild, let's have a young rookie quarterback. No, I think he's making a massive splash this offseason. Maybe it's Stafford. Maybe it's another huge name. Look, he made a massive splash last season and had Cam Newton come in. It didn't work out. I think the Matt Stafford talent in the new Bill Belichick era post-Brady is scintillating for us, for Stafford. You know what it's going to get. It's going to be Belichick. It's going to be McDaniels. It's going to be crap. It is a factory there. It's not changing like it does every 5 seconds in Detroit. That's where I want him to go.
Give me Indy, and I think that's the one that a lot of people are connecting him to. And the reason I say that is I'm looking at the Colts roster the last couple of years, and it's, hey, they're a quarterback away. And they brought in Rivers for the one-year solution. And then I take it to the flip side. Matthew Stafford, he was surrounded by talent, right? But you always looked at it like, well, they've got themselves the piece at quarterback, but they're just not doing it around them. How about complimenting them with a running game? When's the last time Detroit had a running game that was viable? You go to Indy, you got yourself a great offensive line, you've got yourself a terrific defense, you got a running game, all of a sudden you look up and go, wait a minute, I don't have to do everything. I think it's a perfect match between the sides. I think they could really do some damage. I might even pick them to do some damage in the MFC, the Mahomes Football Conference,
he owns the FC.
if he goes there.
Yeah, I missed that story on the check down about the MFC.
Yeah, it's big. They
When
just
it
published it
happened,
right now.
There's I need a hoodie.
Rap sheet was confirming the sources, but we can
Yeah.
get you a hoodie.
You know, Kansas City could
Yeah.
be the KFC. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out.
I'm into it. Extra crispy.
Oh, a Sean O'Hara joke right here on GMFB.
All right, and there you had the Good Morning Football crew telling us who they thought Matthew Stafford would be a favorite to get, what team they thought. And I thought the off the wall one to me, we've talked about this before, is the New England Patriots. I just, I think Bill has it. He can work his Trox is a big Star Wars guy. So the Emperor guy, I forgot his name. Is
Emperor Palpatine?
Palpatine, yes, the Darth Sidious or whatever his name is, something like that. He can work that magic man to bring him there. Although I think that's unlikely. I think that the landing spot that we will see, and I've gone on record with this before, the Indianapolis Colts. That's where I think that Matthew Stafford will land. But guys, they took some shots at our team, and it was okay. I didn't get upset. We didn't have a run game. We got Swift, and now Swift can change that. He will get the ball more this year. That's what I hope that changes about this team. It's a shame we won't have Matthew Stafford, but we will have another cornerback and maybe a bridge guy as well. Mike, how do you feel about him potentially going to the New England Patriots?
I personally wouldn't want him to go there just because of Pat Matricia. And I feel like, like Pat Matricia, and he probably doesn't want to see his face. I love you, Trox, but every time I see you, you remind me of this guy, Pat Matricia. It is difficult, man. I'm having some issues over here, but send him to the Colts or send him to the 49ers, and then so we can get best draft capital, and we can talk about the future.
Yes,
Justin P. Fields, because I'm ready to move on from Stafford and talk about the future guys.
And that is exactly what's going to happen. And our guy, the DERRN, brings up Mark Ingram to potentially be in the backfield with Swift, because me personally, Mike brought up moving on. I'm ready to let go of Kerryon Johnson. To me, one of the worst picks, along with Brad Kaya, Jake Ruddock, and the loathed Tease Tabor that Bob Quinn did at drafted. So I am perfectly fine with that, Mike. Kerryon Johnson. Is there, let me ask you, Trox. I know you're not, is there a Lion that you just don't want to see back next year?
The entire team besides about 6 people.
I guess that was too wide open, huh?
Well, like the offensive line, keep obviously your starters and Frank Ragnow, Frank Decker, Glasgow, or not Glasgow. Wow.
Right,
I'm
but
sorry,
just pick one.
Stenberg,
One Lion you don't want to see back.
the number one guy,
Number one.
Trey Flowers.
Wow. Now, I think that's a little tough. I think that's a little tough. Okay, explain yourself, Trox. Explain why you don't want to see Mr. Trey Flowers on this team next year.
7 sacks, always injured, and takes up a huge chunk of our cap.
Okay. MICROMIKE, who's the one Lion you don't want to see on this team next year?
Can I do 2?
You can.
Thank you so much. Christian Jones.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to see this guy in a Detroit Lions uniform anymore. Christian Jones, be gone. Be gone. I don't want to see this linebacker play from him. I'm tired of seeing wide open tight ends. I'm tired of seeing wide open receivers. I'm tired of seeing Greenfield when I want to see some blue jerseys. He is an issue. And then Kerryon Johnson. I don't want to see him anymore. I'm tired of Kerryon Johnson. Really, he has done nothing to the running game. Nothing. I would rather see anybody in the backfield right now besides Kerryon Johnson. Those 2 guys are gone. You'll put a smile on my face.
Yeah, Kerryon Johnson for me is the guy that I just don't want to see. He does not seem like he takes his job seriously. While I would be threatened if I saw Swift get drafted, he was just like, oh, that's awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I believe he was actually okay with it because to me, I don't think he cares about the game. Like he just doesn't look like he cares. He's always injured. To me, I didn't really see him putting in the work. And I thought Kerryon Johnson was, he tried to play it real smooth. Like just because you don't see me working out doesn't mean I'm not, which is true, but he just doesn't. And the thing about it is I think Kerryon's gone, fellas, because he was available, but we didn't really see him out there at the end of the season. At least we saw him sparingly. So for me, my number one choice to be gone would be Kerryon Johnson. But I'm a little concerned. We got Antonio Hightower in the building. I'm a little concerned about our team and the wide receiver core, guys, because we only have the one under contract. And we also have Geronimo Allison as well, who opted out this year. And I think he's going to be with us next year as well. But I'm kind of nervous, and I'm kind of curious to see what we're going to do with the wide receiver. But Antonio Hightower, what is going on, my friend? What is the one Lion you don't want to see on our team coming up this year?
I guess Matthew Stafford, because I just want to be traded so he can go to another team.
Okay, that one's a given. He's gone. He's out of here. It's just a matter of time. That's going to pop off next week. Name somebody else.
Another line I wanted to see.
Another line you don't want to see next year. And the DERRN says Allison is garbage. That would be true. Who? Say that one more time.
I guess Jared Davis, but I think he's already going to be gone.
Yeah, I want to know, guys, what do you think? Do you think we can get anything for J-Rod? J-Rod Davis.
Well, he's a free agent, so we're not going to get him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I think
that's
he's already
I forgot about that. That's a shame because we could at least thrown him in the trash for a 7th or something.
Zach J got a good one. I don't want to
shout out to Grimfather with that $2 super chat.
What's up, Grim? Grim says, I am happy you guys seeing through my Lions. Through my eyes. I'm sorry, bro. I can't see through my eyes. Botch that all up. Hey, Grim, it's only a matter of time, man. Mike is responsible for the name of the show. It thought it went well with my.
I'm always late.
You are, bro. You are. Had to take a bath.
No, because like I just saw so this is kind of ironic, but I was in the bathroom.
Of course you are, because that's the only time you look at that. Trox, this is a running gag, bro. He only pops up when he's in the bathroom.
I was in the bathroom. I was like, oh man, I'm late again.
Yeah, you are late. Next time, if you late, bro, this was off the cuff, so you ain't know. But I am going to. Okay, just got something. Wait a minute. Former Eagles special team Lions hire new special teams coordinator Dave Flip.
Yeah, that was earlier today.
Came through Adam Schefter just now. Yeah,
woo, let's go.
So, hey, Lions are making some moves, man, and like we talked about it earlier, I don't want to get too high on. I don't want to sip the Kool-Aid at all. And if I do, like Mike said, man, and like the title says, it's going to be spiked. It's always going to be with a little edge to it because I'm ready. I'm ready for some wins. But the Lions are making moves that will get you guys excited. Now, Mike, you were the residential Kool-Aid drinker, not so much anymore. What has excited you the most so far early in this offseason?
Ooh, man.
He lit up. Ooh, it's me. He's happy now.
I really like the fact that they're trading Matthew Stafford. It's got me excited. I am ready for a new era. I'm ready for a young quarterback in here. I'm ready to get some capital. You have, to me, when you see this team and this defense, you gotta build this thing back up. You got to do a blow up and tear it down all the way to the studs. And I am excited that they're doing that. I'm so excited. Secondary, I think I love the Anthony Lynn hire as offensive coordinator. Extremely underrated hire right there. A lot of people are not talking about it, but dude, I don't know why he was fired. I think that was stupid, but I love him as OC. I'll take it all day. And Flip as a special teams coordinator. When he gets mad, he's going to flip off. So
pretty good, man. Okay, Tone, since you late, you had to go to the bathroom. You out of there now. What's your most exciting move that the Lions have made this offseason, early in the offseason?
I guess it's got to be Dan Campbell because, the GM hire, that's okay. The Lynn hire, I don't know what to say about that. That's just a hire for me. But I guess it's Campbell. Campbell was one of the guys I wanted. He's one of the top 3 guys I wanted. Now, he wasn't the number 1 guy I wanted, but at least they didn't hire some scrub. Well, they ended up hiring Lynn, but he's not the head coach, so that's okay.
So it's Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Trox, what is the move that's got you the most excited? As who left?
Mike.
Oh, Mike left. Okay.
All right.
Who got you most excited?
Okay. I'm warming up the hands because this one got me really excited. And that is no other than Aubrey Pleasant, the defensive back coach or secondary coach. He came over from the Los Angeles Rams. I see what he has done with guys like Jalen Ramsey. And when they had that super stout superstar defense, I've seen what he's done. So we got him here as our secondary coach. I'm excited. I want to see what he does with Jeff Okudah and Amani Oruwariye and Tracy Walker. I really want to see this defensive back group really come together and gel. Plus he also he also has to put together another safety, and we can really put together a real secondary out on that field where you don't see a guy like, shout out to Big Place Today, who continue to get burnt like fried chicken.
Yeah,
we won't have that.
Missed. Yeah, he's not going to be missed one bit. I didn't miss him at all last year. Jeff Okudah's got a lot of work to do, but I didn't miss him one bit.
Yeah, but see, Aubrey Pleasant, he's gonna develop those guys to be a real football player in the secondary. So I'm excited about him.
Yeah, I think probably, to be honest, I would have to say Dan Campbell. I like the Anthony Lynn one as well, but I think the thing that's got me excited about Dan is I've always said, Trox, you remember this when we used to do this a couple years ago, is had a player, somebody who's played the game, preferably for us. Now, I like what Dan was part of that 0-16 season. And that
he also did tell you he was injured after a couple weeks. So you didn't have to deal with the full out 0-16.
But his name is on the roster.
His name was on the roster, though. Yep. Absolutely.
And that's what I like. I like that he knows. And I like what he said. He was very candid. He said, when I didn't really want to come here. I had already prejudged the city. I get here, and it was one of the best experiences for me, my wife, and my family. So I know that he doesn't have any outside of the interim head coach. He doesn't have any experience. He did decent in that regard, but I'm excited about this guy, and I'm excited about the future, but not too excited because we have to do well in the draft. We got to see what Brad Holmes can do as well with the 5 picks. And Trox is laughing.
Just look what the DERRN said.
We need to trade Okuda for a second. Not gonna happen. He just
Yeah,
got here, man. I know what you're talking about, man. I know what you're talking about. But Tone, I know you don't really like a lot of the moves that the Lions make. What's one move that you would like to see as far as a player, them bringing him to Detroit?
I mean, I don't really think there's any free agent moves we should be making. Now we're talking about draft.
Okay, talk about the draft.
Who I would love for us to get Fields, but I don't think he's not following to us.
You're high on Fields, huh?
I'm not really high on Fields. I'm
Okay.
just like, he's just, in my opinion, it's Trevor. Number 2 is between Fields and the other guy from BYU. I keep forgetting his name. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
It's between those two for number 2. And number 3 would and then Lance, he's a gigantic step down from the both of them. Like so is any other quarterback in his draft.
So you're saying you don't want Lance?
I'm not saying I don't want Lance. What? If he's there, take him. But I just think as a prospect, Fields is like significantly better in terms of talent. He has a bigger arm. He's
okay.
more
So
accurate.
you're not.
The defense
Yeah, that sounds like you high on him, Tone.
I'm not really. It's just kind of like where we are. He's probably the best we're gonna get, and you got to take that because next year you're dealing with Slavicus from USC. I don't know about him. You got to deal with Sam Howell from UNC. I don't know how I feel about him. You got Rattler from Oklahoma. He didn't look that great this year.
You better put some respect on his name. You better put some respect on OU's name.
Rattler
because they went into the playoffs.
He went to the playoffs, but he's at Oklahoma. They make the playoffs every year. The only good team in their conference is Texas, who also had a down year. But still, I mean, you don't go to the playoffs just for, you got to actually win games. He's a proven winner. When you're Oklahoma and you have one of the best coaches in the college football, you have one of the best teams, especially offensively. They've been doing this for years. They did it with Baker. They did it with Kyler Murray. It's just like they did it with Jalen Hurts. It's a yearly thing. So if you don't make it, I have more questions about you than anybody else because this is the lowest they've ranked in recent years, actually, with Rattler at quarterback. He's part of the reason for that. They kind of held back the offense a lot of years. Part of the reason the offense didn't look that explosive until
the last
few months of the year.
I'm wondering about that face.
His accuracy, I've had questions about. We saw it in the Florida game because he went off against Florida, but Florida is one of the worst defenses in college football. This ain't the old Florida.
How did we get off to this, man? How did we get on this?
Oh yeah, because Charles likes Rattler, and I'm kind of.
Hey, give me Rattler or Riddler next year, and if we pass on a quarterback this year and say focus on our defense, and we go get one of those two guys, y'all would probably see me jump up and down. With a bad back and a broken neck, I will jump up and down.
But I don't know if either of those are franchise quarterbacks.
They definitely franchise quarterbacks. They definitely franchise.
Significant problems, but Riddler's problems are a lot more different because he's athletic. He's got the arm, but he's playing at a lower competition. He's not in the Power 5 conference.
Rattler has an arm too.
Yes,
so I'm just gonna say,
Riddler has a little bit more of an arm.
Riddler led the entire state of Arizona, led that entire state in arms in being a real all-around quarterback, and he's mobile. He's has an arm. Spencer Rattler reminds me of Patrick Mahomes 2.0. You heard it here first. Patrick Mahomes 2.0 is Spencer Rattler.
Whoa, but he doesn't have the arms of Mahomes. He doesn't have the athleticism of Mahomes.
I ain't a betting man, but I put my money where my mouth is on that one.
Like Mahomes has like Matthew Stafford type arm talent. He has a rocket. But because if anybody would be Mahomes, the closest to Mahomes would probably be like Jordan Love from last year. He's probably the closest. No. But Rattler, he has significant problems. He has to show a lot of improvement from the next year. Riddler has significant problems. He also has to show improvement, but he also plays Cincinnati. He plays right with it, but if he looks good enough, I can ignore that part. But if you can get Fields or Lance, preferably Fields.
All right.
To the podium. He's significantly better prospect than pretty much everybody else not named Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson.
We love you, Tone, but we gotta look that. I don't know what y'all just went through. All right, y'all just went through. We need to have a McGregor Trox Tone thing. Okay, so both y'all can knock that dude out because this is y'all got off into this thing. And listen,
And
I don't think
ironically,
either one of them guys gonna be here.
I mean, yeah, I don't. Because ironically, I don't even like Fields at all.
I don't think Fields will be here.
I saw a mock draft today where Fields wasn't even in the top 10. That's what I saw.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I wasn't high on him until recently. And I'm like, okay, well, a lot of people have a mock going to the Atlanta Falcons. So I don't think I don't know if the Lions are going to trade up and try to finagle something to trade up. I wouldn't. Yeah, Trox is saying I wouldn't. I mean, we've got the 7th. Just, stay there and get the guy. I think the guy that whoever they want, I'm sure they got their draft board. Okay, if this guy falls, and we know now for a fact it is going to be a quarterback. There's no other. I thought that we might get Smith for a brief point in time if he was there at 7, but I don't think he will be either. So I think that we will get a quarterback, and I'm thinking a Trey Lance. That's what I'm thinking.
I think it's between Wilson or Lance. I got my 4 quarterbacks. I got Wilson, Lance, Rattler, or Riddler. I think if you go any one of those 4 guys, you got yourselves a darn good quarterback. They're gonna throw it all out there. They're gonna run it on you, and they're gonna win football games for you. They're gamers.
I forgot. Didn't Rattler went back? Well, Rattler can't come out this year. Didn't Riddler go back?
Yeah, they both went back.
Yeah, because I know.
That's what I said.
Rattler's
Next year,
a junior. I mean, a sophomore.
Yeah.
Well, I know that some news will be coming very soon on Matthew Stafford as we are about to close up the show, and I know. I know we don't want to talk about him, and I didn't want to spend much time on him as well. We've talked about him for the last 2 shows, but you've kind of got to talk about him because he is the reason we're going to get as much draft capital as we're going to get. And I think that we have to acknowledge the fact that it is happening. It's just a matter of when. I strongly believe it's going to be the Colts. But at this point, it's whoever is going to give us the best deal. And I think that that's because, as I said earlier, guys, this is not up to Matthew Stafford. This is up to the Detroit Lions, and they will take the best deal that they see fit. And we got an aggressive GM in Brad Holmes that's going to be doing the willing and dealing. So we don't know what's going to come. It could be some 3-team trade that we see, but it definitely will be before March 1st. So I'm going to go on record to say it will be done in the next 10 days. Matthew Stafford will no longer be a Detroit Lion. Trox, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What you think, man? How long before we're not talking about Matthew Stafford's trade destinations? We're talking about his actual trade destination.
I think it'll be a couple within 2-3 weeks. Top.
2-3 weeks. Okay.
I mean, as early as next week or as late as,
it's not too bold there. It's not too bold.
I mean, okay, then here's a bold one.
Do bold. Yeah, give me a bold.
Valentine's Day, we're talking about where he landed.
Man, that ain't bold. That's like 3 weeks away, bro. That's not bold at all. What is that, the 14th? It's the 26th. You just worded it differently. That's all you did. Okay. All right. Okay, man. I see what you did there.
No, but I do want to put one quick thing out there because I know you just said something that was phenomenal. 3-team trade, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we get our draft capital, but guess what we also do? Matt Patricia's back in New England.
Yes, he is. As
along with his best
guy.
friend.
Yeah.
So guess what? All of our Patriot guys go back to the Patriots.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Draft picks.
Here's the thing about that, though. Matt Patricia is doing nothing. He's a coach's assistant.
They were under Bill Belichick, though. It's not about Matt Patricia and things like that, really.
Right, but you brought him up, though.
But I mean, like, obviously he's going to be looking over the defense as well.
Look, Trox, he got choked up talking about it, man. You okay?
Hey, that's because we got a $5 super chat by Adam Spence. What's going on? Shout out to you.
Shout out to A Spence. What's up, man? Appreciate the dono as usual. Member squad, gang. Trox, He basically, Matt Patricia got the equivalent as like the janitor.
Hey, he can come and be the janitor to take all of his guys right back to New England. Give us the draft capital. You can have all your guys back. Your Christian Jones or not Christian Jones. Your Jamie Collins, your Trey Flowers, your Deron Harmons, your
right, but a lot of those guys, how many can we get rid of out of those guys?
Get rid of them all. Hit the full-on rebuild.
This is from the same guy that was livid about the cap situation with Matthew Stafford. Now you're just saying,
I got so mad. I gave myself a Lions headache.
Yeah, that's your fault. You did it to yourself, man. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. I know what those are. They right in the front of the head, right? Yep. Mine.
It started in the front, but it traveled all the way to the back and right back up to the front. Oh man!
Yeah. Hey, look, was that a tumor?
Hey, let's just put it this way. Tumor. Let's just put it this way. I almost didn't do the McGregor fight. Like,
oh my goodness!
This sheet of paper is thicker than the amount of percentage I was about to do it. Like, but I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, hey, Tone, one day you got to be up in here before you go to the bathroom, man.
Yeah.
Before you know.
Because I checked early and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if anything coming today. I have to go to the bathroom. Like, dang.
Well, you know what? I didn't put anything out there because I'm trying to decide if it's daily, if it's weekly, if it's bi-weekly, deciding on the time. Right now, it definitely will be Tuesdays at 7 p.m. We're going to be taking phone calls. We're going to be doing – I really want to give an outlet to Lions fans. So make sure you guys use the phone system so you can call in and let your voice be heard. So that is definitely what we want to do. Roman's in the building. Detroit Rage is here as well. Roman says, y'all think we're going to sign Tyrod Taylor because of Lynn? Well, Mike touched on that earlier, and he thinks that he's going to do that. He would be, he said if anybody got signed, he would be the likely guy. Now, what do you think, Tone, about we didn't ask you because you weren't here. What do you think about a potential bridge quarterback? Like, who would you think the Lions could get or would get?
I mean, I guess they would have to be Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, that's probably the guy. Now, I don't know how, because I think it also depends on like what quarterback you get. Because I think if you get a guy like Lance, they're definitely gonna use a bridge quarterback because he's probably the guy who needs to sit for a year. More as they get Fields, I think they could just throw him into the fire. No, that's what I'm saying. It depends on who you get because we're probably not gonna get.
And see, Dern, I'm not high on that, man. I mean, I'm sorry, Tone. I'm not high on that. I hate that. I see Joey Harrington all over again.
Yeah, but like that's kind of how it's been going in recent years. Mayfield, this has kind of been happening for years now. Daniel Jones got thrown into the fire eventually. Well, even him, he was like what? He was out for like Manning started for like what 3 or 4
But see, here's the thing though, Tone. All that is facts, but this organization is the difference maker. You know what I mean? Like we can't. When was the last time? And somebody put this in the chat because I have been asking this for weeks, for months. When was the last time the Detroit Lions had a franchise quarterback in a position to mentor another franchise quarterback? We were literally, these guys here with me, we were in conversation on Saturday when the news broke about Matthew Stafford. We were talking about Matthew Stafford, and it literally broke. I mean, we had a heated discussion. You had team, I think we were all kind of on different levels. Some were pro, keep Stafford. Some were let him go. But my thing, fellas, was a potential franchise quarterback in Matthew Stafford mentoring another franchise quarterback. That's why I was so high on keeping Matthew Stafford, obviously, if he wanted to stay. Now, Trox, you had some thoughts as well.
Yeah, see, I'm all about the money aspect of things. Like, we're about to eat $19 million. So this trade, if we could get 2 first-round draft picks plus about half of that, we're not eating a full $19 million. then I'm going to be cool with this. But $19 million, where a team already has only about $12 million to spend and only 5 draft picks, you could have waited a year, tell Stafford, hey, look, do your thing one more year. I got you. You got next year will be $6 million cap hit. You could trade him, mentor your new guy. You're still out going out, drafting a quarterback with the first pick in the first round. And, at that one would be pick number 7. Mm-hmm. And, you go and mentor him for a year and then go out and do the thing, but they didn't do that. They're just going to cut ties, and I'm cool with it now. I've, got frustrated enough that, I can't, I ain't the general manager. It's
out of your control, man. You can't do anything about it.
I'm not the general manager. Yeah. I'm just a fan. So
yeah. And I saw Dante Culpepper, and that has to be a joke. That has to be a joke. Come on, y'all. Come on. That is a joke. That is 100%. Are y'all kidding me right now? Dante at the end of his career, no Culpepper. Not at all. So I'm still waiting. If anybody and who says, I see Marcus said it, no way. That's got to be a joke. So somebody, well, MICROMIKE, I see that. But let's be serious. I'm waiting in the comments for somebody to show me a team that show me the last time the Detroit Lions had a franchise quarterback mentor a potential franchise quarterback. Trox, what's so funny, bro?
Underground rap channel.
I look like Raphael. I just don't have the size. That's hilarious with the red shirt. I see what you did there, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good too. Just need a bandana on my head and say turtle power, right?
Got him.
Oh man, but yeah, this show, man. I'm telling you, I'm old. The hairline is the butt of everybody's jokes, and it's true, but it's gonna be back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it's coming back. All right. But I'm tired, man. And we have had many debates. Tone probably don't know because he don't really be in like that. We have had many debates over Matthew Stafford, this team, and I just said I'm ready to be gone. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember the expectations that I put on this team.
Yeah,
I said I need y'all to win a playoff game.
It's playoff or bust.
Playoff or bust, man.
That was the exact words.
Yeah, it was playoff win or I'm done. And here I am again talking about this team. But what made me do it is this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a podcast, a vodcast, take phone calls, all that stuff. And I am going to do that. So we're going to still talk about this team. That is facts. I got 20 years of discuss on me, says Marcus. Okay. All right. So that's where I'm at. So that's why the show is called Spike Kool-Aid. It will be we're Lions fans, so we always sipping all the time as Trox brings in Simba.
Hakuna Matata. This is our real season.
Who's responsible for bringing that? Jack, I should block you, bro. I should block you for having him. Detroit Rage says, so what we'll do is we'll go for another 7 to 10 minutes and we'll take some questions and stuff like that and some comments. Detroit Rage says, people expect something nice this season. I hope they understand it's a number 1 pick over all the time. Now, I am expecting and we'll go to Tone with this. I'm expecting a 4-13 season because we'll have 17 games this year. Tone, what do you think about that, man? People expecting something nice this season. What do you think about those people and their expectations of the Detroit Lions?
I mean, I think a lot of people's expectations of the Detroit Lions are always higher than what they really currently are fitted to do. Because my expectations for this team was, to not make the playoffs at all, which clearly came true.
Are they high ever, Tone? Are they ever high, bro?
Who, mine's?
Yeah.
Probably not. No, not really.
Yeah. Oh, you can't even count you, bro.
My expectations is to miss the playoffs every year, pretty much.
Every year. Okay. All right. Trox, what do you think? People expect something nice this season. I hope they understand it's a number 1 pick over all the time.
I am going with 0-17 till proven otherwise. When you win a game, it's 1-16. When you win 2 games, it goes to 2-15. Like, They gonna have to prove it to me. And this is a complete rebuild. You're trading your franchise quarterback. You're starting from ground zero. You're building around that offensive line that's already there, minus what's his name, Joe Dahl. You're gonna put in Logan Stenberg in that position, and that's gonna be your offensive line. You're gonna give Al Vaitai, a second shot. If he can't make it, he's gonna be gone. And you only got, Swift and Hawkinson on offense, and then you got Cephas as well. And then on defense, you only got 3 people or 5 people. You got the Okawara brothers, and then you got the 3 defensive backs that I've named: Okuda, Awarie, and Walker. Outside of that, it's a complete rebuild. We don't have nothing. So we're going to start selling, getting our draft picks. We're going to start doing different things, and we're going to rebuild this thing the right way. So as far as wins and losses, I'm not expecting nothing nice. It's going to be grueling.
It's going to be nasty.
Yeah.
It's going to be nasty. Y'all just not ready. Shout out to On the Warpath, the newest ISN member. Link is not in the description, but that's my bad. Make sure you guys check out his channel. There's the name right there, a Washington football guy, and we are honored and proud to have him as part as the network because we need to focus and broaden and he's an awesome guy, so we appreciate that as well. Inkster Till LA is in the building. He says, if the Lions can get a DT, a cover linebacker, QB, not all in that order, they might make some new moves. So, Inkster, is that for Stafford or just period throughout the draft? Because remember, I think that Stafford gets us 2 to 3 picks tops, which makes us at 7 to 8. Carry-on might get us 1. That'll give us 8 to 9. I don't know, but I know Brad Holmes he can do his thing, man. He definitely can do his thing. So I'm expecting a lot of names to be on the move this year because I almost called him Bob Quinn. I'm sorry. That would have been a disservice. Brad said it's a retool. He doesn't like the word rebuild.
Oh,
so
God.
if it's a retool, that's what he said.
I hate that word.
You are what, rebuild or retool?
I'm rebuild. The Lions keep trying to retool. Please just rebuild. They keep
I'm
trying
just telling you what, listen, it's some Kool-Aid drinkers out there that need.
Hey,
they need it.
Retooling, fine. Then we've been retooling since 1957.
Got it.
And I'm making a shirt, and you're gonna see it on the TROXEL'S Sports Talk store.
Lions
Okay.
Lions always rebuilding it 2 years later.
They always rebuild it. And that's why I wanted to talk this, because nobody knows about our pain but us. You know what I'm saying? The national media, this is the most we've been talked about in years, probably since Calvin Johnson retired, is when prior to that was Barry Sanders. Yep. Well, no, prior to that was this much Trox probably, because I think we got more. We didn't get this much coverage when we went to the playoffs and faced the Dallas Cowboys. So you are probably right there. Probably right. So for me, Inkster says it's a full rebuild. Yeah, it's going to be nasty, man. It's going to be nasty. Okay, Adam says Rodney Peete to Scott Mitchell.
I remember both those quarterbacks.
I do. I also remember his wife. Shout out to Holly Robinson Peete. And hanging with Mr. Cooper. For everybody over the age of 30, probably. Detroit Rage says, notice how Stafford is no longer trash to big media.
You know what's ironic? Big media has always treated Stafford better than the Lions fans have, which has always been ironic to me.
Because that's what we do, Tone.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Like, I watch First Take, and they'll go like, oh, Matthew Stafford's franchise quarterback. And then, but last year, they'll go like, Matthew Stafford is trash. I'm like, yo. Like, when the big media treats your quarterback better than your fan base do, that's a problem because they hate everybody.
Facts.
Yeah. So, but we do too. I mean, I think Stafford was underappreciated. And
all facts.
Yeah, by us. I mean, I went off on him a couple times, but he made some bonehead throws. Now, I'm going to say something. I haven't said this on air yet, but I'm feeling some type of way. Do I got the I don't got the Don Julio. It's upstairs. All right. So I'm gonna say something that y'all not gonna like. Okay, Tone, I already know you're gonna disagree. I think that Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Hall of Fame Green Bay Packer legend Brett Favre. I think he's a better decision maker than Brett Favre.
Oh, decision maker, yes. Decision maker, yes.
Decision maker, which means that it's vital when you're a quarterback. But he will never get that. And he's already wasted away 12 years of his career.
Do you know why he won't get that?
Because he played for the Lions for 12 years.
I mean, I think he's a better decision maker, but I don't know if he's a better
He has a ring.
He has a ring.
He has a championship ring. He has a Super Bowl ring. That is why he will not get the same recognition as Brett Favre, even though Brett Favre himself said he is a darn good quarterback and he does not get the respect he should deserve.
Both Green Bay quarterbacks said that.
Aaron Rodgers did too.
The same thing. Oh, got him. Yeah. Hey, Detroit, we gonna cue it up, man. We gonna bring the phone lines into the show. Like I said, we definitely gonna do that, man. We got Intraminton Sports, which trips me up every time. What's up, my man? He's a Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Tigers, and Michigan basketball content creator. You're right. That's right. He made bonehead throws because he was playing from behind all the time in obvious pass situations with a terrible offensive line in most years.
I completely disagree with that, actually.
I say all facts.
Because Matthew Stafford
y'all done already had y'all fight for the show. Say that one more time.
Because Matthew Stafford has had those problems since college. It was one of the biggest things when people was talking about him coming out. He has the arm, he has the athleticism, but he'll make some throws you don't want, because he has some mechanical problems, which he kind of fixed like 3 to 4 years ago. He has some footwork problems. He has some problems sometimes reading the defense, but he's a gunslinger. So you're gonna expect those, right? You're gonna take the good with the bad. So
you definitely are.
You're gonna
but
take
I don't believe that Matthew Stafford throws a career-ending interception.
No.
I just like a walk-off career interception.
That knocks him out the playoffs, where it was his best year to get a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that team. What was that? What was that?
I think
what was Brett Favre in the Minnesota?
I
think it's 09.
Yeah, 09, because the trade with the Jets. Wait a minute. Didn't he play for the Jets, though, as well for a couple of games?
Yes, he played with the Jets first because Green Bay didn't want to send him over to Minnesota, so they traded him to the Jets, finished out that contract, and then he went over.
And he said, got him, and he went to Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm going where I want to go.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was tough to see that. It really was, man. I actually love Brett Favre. I can't stand the Packers now, but I loved Brett Favre, man. And I think that for me, Matthew Stafford leaving says a lot. Says a lot because he never complained. And you guys know this. I wanted to see more anger, more emotion from Matthew Stafford. But we never got that. He's got
that type of guy, though.
If you put Matthew Stafford in, if you put Phillip Rivers, maybe been a little too much. He was a firecracker. If you put Matthew Stafford's talent into Phillip Rivers, tone it down just a wince, that's the guy I would have loved to see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would have loved to see that too. But I mean, you just got to play to the player's strength and, and build the team. When you're getting teed off 10 times and getting sacked 10 times in a single game, that's an issue. That's why I even told Tone, nah, man, that what Intermittent Sports said is all hashtag facts because there was back-to-back games. He was getting teed off 10 times, 11 times, multiple times.
Yeah, he got teed off on this year as well.
Exactly. And then we want to sit there and complain, Matthew Stafford's always hurt because we don't got an offensive line.
But hey, listen.
Your team starts and ends with the trenches, your offensive line, your defensive line. If you don't got that, you ain't got a team.
But check this out, though. Check this out. we've been saying this is the third year now. Matthew Stafford has come up, leaving the Detroit Lions. There was a shot on the sideline in one of them games that I can't repeat, but everybody swore up and down. He said, I'm done. I'm done with this stuff. He had just got up from a brutal sack, walked off to the sidelines. He said, I'm done with this. And from that moment on, and like I said, Trox, I said this on yesterday's show and the show before that. I think that Matthew Stafford checked out when Matt Patricia was hired. That is I think he just like now, rumor is coming out that if Bevel would have stayed, he might have been inclined to stay.
Yeah, but that also was proven false as well.
Yeah,
the Bevel part.
I think if you told the Lions that I will stay at Bevel,
okay, wait. He said proven.
Yeah, it's been I forgot who stated it, but it was
somebody.
Yeah, it was what do you call it? It was by an NFL network person, and they're like, that was false. It was not,
based on. I thought that was kind of weird.
He still wants out, like, because it wasn't between Belleville or anybody. It's just he's done. Because when you get teed off, go ahead, Tone.
I was about to say, because even if he would have stayed, if Bevel stayed, I think the Lions would have said, "Well, we're just going to let Bevel stay then."
Yeah, that would have been an easy fix.
Yeah, unless they didn't really want him on. Unless they didn't really want him there in the first place.
Well, I mean, if your franchise guy says, "I just want this guy," you're going to give him that one guy.
He ain't the franchise no more. He not John Cena.
He was
the franchise. He not shining. He not shining here. He's not
anymore. But
anymore,
last year he was. I mean, in this offseason, we didn't know nothing. Until technically recently. It was just us and things like that were saying, we should go draft the heir apparent just in case if he goes down, we need somebody to, eventually be the backup and also be the guy of the future.
But here's the thing, like people hate it and we argue about, we don't argue about this. We're kind of in agreement. I am defending this all the time that even now the 9-7 wasn't good enough is in a bubble. I think it's not what it was because that guy's gone.
Yep.
But at the same time, now that Matthew Stafford wants to be gone, it begs the question for those who still want Stafford here, what would happen if Jim Caldwell would have never got fired? Because I feel like
would have been all in still.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Stafford still would have left because he would have just still been in Detroit, still getting disrespected, still never really making the playoffs at best, and never being a Super Bowl contender.
What are you talking about, Tone? Wait a second. He was making the playoffs every other year under Jim Caldwell.
Other than 2014, when was the
twice.
Lions a Super Bowl contender? Other than 2014, when were the Lions a Super Bowl contender?
I don't think they were a Super Bowl contender that year.
Yeah, they were.
That was at best.
At best they were a playoff win.
Yeah,
exactly. And the team got worse. The division got better. Stafford kept getting disrespected. You think Stafford was going to deal with all that? I'm surprised he didn't leave years ago, to be honest.
I mean, but
I am too.
And shout out to Mark Orm because I know he said this off air, and he's like, that stuff shouldn't get to a quarterback. If that stuff gets to a quarterback being disrespected by the media or by the fans or by media outlets and things like that, the shame on you. You're soft because you're a professional game player. Go and play the game that you love at a high level. Prove them wrong. Prove the people that still believe in you right. Forget the ones that doubted you because they ain't nothing. The ones that believe in you are the ones that you're supposed to be fighting for through the day you take your last breath on this earth.
But there's the thing, though. Like you said, prove the ones who don't believe in you wrong. You're not going to prove those people wrong, though. It's the thing because they already have the idea that you are this quarterback. So unless you do something spectacular, they're already going to
go out and win a Super Bowl.
You know what? Let me get in here real quick. I can agree with Tone because it's just some people that they just gonna see you one type of way. It doesn't matter what you do. Matthew Stafford is gonna be that guy that I'm gonna make a prediction that's not so bold. Matthew Stafford goes to the Colts. They win a playoff game this year coming up.
Fact.
Okay. I don't think that to some people, Matthew Stafford will never be a winner. It doesn't matter because they're going to say the Lions had these teams in place, blah, 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 and yada, yada. I don't believe they did. I think the closest we were was 2014 when we lost in Jerry World, and we know how that was. And we've got a super chat from Avery Giovanni, Spirit of Detroit. I see you, man. I see you, and I see your videos, and he drops a dono. He says, y'all still entertaining clowns with this Stafford conversation, bro. For real, Stafford loyalists are clowns. Well, I hope, Avery, you're talking about yourself and not us, because we not talking about Stafford like that, bro. We're talking about the status of our team, and I appreciate the dono, but you're not talking about us because we moves with the team, my man. We don't move. We didn't say 9-7 wasn't good enough. We didn't say that. Bob Quinn said that, okay? Right. And Martha Ford hired Bob Quinn. So I hope, while I appreciate the dono, that you ain't talking about me as you put in all capital letters, by the way. Okay, so I'm not the one that was talking about that. All right. So wait a minute. And then Jorge says, stop it, panel. The love for Stafford will continue from you guys. It's a complete new Lions team. Romance is romance. It's time to get real moving forward. Stafford divorce, say la vie. Okay, first of all, Jorge, you know I love you, man, but ain't nobody on like that, bruh. See, now the spike that's about to come out of this show, and y'all about to get the spike version. Nobody is showing Stafford love. Okay? I'm not.
I mean, he failed in Detroit, and we failed him.
We failed him, point blank, period. That's it. He failed here. Okay,
he failed here because he was the number 1 overall pick. We failed him.
Jamarcus Russell was the number 1 overall pick. Cam Newton was the number 1 overall.
I'm just saying, like, he was the number 1 overall pick, but then we failed him by not giving him the right pieces. You know, so it was a mix. It was a combined mistake. Let's just call it what it is.
Yep, that's.
We should have gave him more. He should have,
he should have done what? Trox, he should have done what, bro? Barry Sanders left the squad.
Yeah. You know, Barry left the squad. Calvin left the squad. Stafford left the squad. And guess what? Kenny Golladay is about to leave this squad.
Peace. They don't even absolutely. KT is gone. He's gone, bro.
He's gone because we don't have the money. Thank you, Bob Quinn.
I didn't want to come back anyway, so I'm kind of happy about that.
So
we're not to have no wide receiver either.
We could draft.
We ain't got money for that either.
Here's where I'm at. This is where I'm at. You take a garbage quarterback like Phillip Rivers and you put him on the Colts, and what happens? He goes to the playoffs. You take this dude, Phillip Rivers is garbage. Period. If you have LT and them, Sean Merriman, and the 06 Chargers, and he couldn't win nothing. Come on, man. I just don't understand that. But like I said, when he goes to another team that's set up to win, he will win. And the one time we got close to it, what happened? Oh, there's a flag. No, it's not. I'm going to pick that up and tuck that back in my pants. Nobody sees Dez Bryant run out on the field with no helmet on. Come on, man. Don't nobody love Stafford like that?
I will say, I don't think Phillip Rivers is trash at all. And I don't know if he's a French. I don't think he's a Hall of Fame.
He trash, bro. He's always throwing the ball like a duck.
Hey, if you cannot win with that, what was that, the 06 Chargers, you can't play quarterback at all. And I said it. Yes, I did.
But see, y'all, I keep seeing this the way y'all feel about Stafford. Don't nobody feel.
See, this is the thing about me with Stafford. Like, yes, it's time to move on. But me, I wanted to keep him 1 more year for the cap situation, period. After that, I'm cool. I'm done. It's time to move on.
And I said if he wasn't on the books for what 19 something this year, and then some, I said my thing was, it was 2 things. 1, he on the books. 2, mentor a quarterback. I've been saying that all season.
But me, I didn't care about the mentoring. I just cared about the cap situation. What's 1 year going to do to a
okay? But here's what I'm at, Troxen. You know I love you, bro. But what are we? 8 years apart, right? So Twinkle Toes is in the building.
But
what are you, bro?
But time out. Twinkle Toes had a garbage head coach in the bum from San Francisco, Mariucci. I always used to call him Steve Buddy Ucci because he always was a butt here. Seriously.
That doesn't even have a ring to it, bro. Buddy Ucci?
But hey, because he was so buddy with Bill Walsh didn't do it, so you can't audible. No, he was set up from failure. If I want your quarterback to say, screw whatever is going on. I'm going to be a Peyton Manning. I'm going to be an Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to be against the grain. I'm going to be a Tom Brady, because guess what they do?
Mm-hmm.
They're going to call a play from the sidelines. He's going to call it in the thing, but he says, hey, if this stuff don't work, we going to run this. I don't care what they say. They can find me.
So Detroit Legends Sportscast, who I love as well, he's a known Stafford demolisher. Okay, says that we failed him. Okay, that's what he said. We failed him. All right. So we had under his quarterback franchise, and you still up in here, Tone. Under him being a franchise quarterback, we could have won the division twice. Did Matthew Stafford have to stop a Matt Flynn from putting up 500 yards? He had to put 500 yards on his own. Come on, bro. He put 500 so they out there dueling. Where is Matt Flynn at now? Where was he at 2 years out the league? From that moment, where was he at?
From that moment, he went to the Seattle, and then after that, the same year, they went and drafted Russell Wilson. That was the end of Matt Flynn's career.
Russell put the skates on that boy. I'm just saying, bro, like, we can't y'all talk about football is the ultimate team sport, but we're putting everything on Matthew.
Yeah, and you can't do that. You can't do that. Your team runs and ends with your defensive and offensive line. If that is trash, Matthew Stafford's going to be trash. Your middle linebacker is going to be trash. And those are the two quarterbacks of your team. Is your quarterback of the quarterback and your middle linebacker of your quarterback of the defense. So with that being said, you got to build in the trenches, Bob Quinn. That's where you screwed up.
Where's our running game
offensive line, but then you forgot to do everything else.
We had Javid Best. Yeah, Javid Best, right?
Javid Best wasn't on Bob Quinn's list.
No. I mean, since Matthew Stafford has been the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
We've had who? Javid Best. Right?
Javid Best, but hey, Javid Best was the closest thing to Barry, but his injuries just completely derailed that. Javid Best was something special, but we couldn't see the whole thing because of injuries. But we've never gave Matthew Stafford a legitimate running back. But you never give him a legitimate offensive line. You gave him a couple wide receivers. You finally gave him one stupid tight end in TJ Hawkinson. That's it.
Our defense was ranked bottom tier the last two. I'm talking about 31-32. And we still got 5 wins. And again, out of them 5 wins, 4 of them were comeback wins. We don't win
of comebacks.
We don't win without Stafford. We don't win without Hawkinson. We don't win without Galladay.
Hold on. I want to say this one. Keep talking though, but I'm going to bring in word for word what Bleacher Report was saying about. Oh, I got it in my pictures.
I can't believe my man came in here with a super chat on some nonsense, bro. And I was gonna rock with his channel, but
this is on the Pat McAfee. He says, Pat McAfee says, I'm so thankful Mahomes brought no-look passes in the NFL. That is per Pat McAfee. Aaron freaking Rodgers says this. Yeah, I know, since none of us are none of us have been doing it for a while. And then he also says, a guy who probably doesn't get anywhere near the credit of doing this like that all the time, wears number 9 and plays in Detroit. Well, used to play in Detroit, because guess what? He's out of here.
I think y'all got it twisted. And that's another reason why this boy caught Spike Kool-Aid, because I think y'all got it twisted on what I'm saying. I've never been a Stafford defender nor a Stafford hater. And Willie, I see that you said he threw a pick six that cost us the game. He did that on several occasions.
Oh yeah.
The man has played 12 years here. He's going to do that. He's going to do that. Okay.
You get lionized at some point.
Yeah. My thing is this though. How are we going to put it on Matthew Stafford when we had the second to last defense last year? We had to have the last defense this year And we still won 5 games, and 4 of them were comeback games that we don't win. In every other, it's funny because you talk about the fan base and you talk about the national media. The national media all knows you don't give it to Stafford with under 2 minutes left. This fool, Todd Gurley, tried not to score, so not to give it back to Matthew Stafford. I'm not saying he's the quarterback y'all wanted.
He was a quarterback we needed.
Or you don't even have to like him. But let's not do this to him. Let's not act like it was his fault that we sucked. That's what I'm saying, man.
It was the team sucking.
It was
for him not to win.
Y'all act like y'all didn't see Barry Sanders walk away from this franchise. You act like Calvin Johnson just up and didn't retire, bro. Like, stop it. This dude walked away from the game. He said, I'm not doing it anymore. But we're going to put all of this on Matthew Stafford like he can't win. He will win, and I'm telling you this. As long as he's on the right team.
Hey, check the comment section. We got another $5 super chat.
I didn't even see that boy. I meant no disrespect. Okay, neither did I. I just can't stand this Stafford loyalty. No disrespect to you. We all have value. We all have ideas, and we all get money. True that. And I mean no disrespect to you either, my brother. I didn't. And I'm not loyal to Stafford, man. But what I am, dude, is a realist. This team, this is not on Stafford. Everybody wants to. Let me tell y'all something.
Our team is just trash.
We hired Matt Patricia. We kept him on this team. Everybody knew he should have been fired.
Yeah.
Why did we bring him back? You know why Sheila has to earn her respect with me? Because she was sitting next to her mother while we hired this dude. She was
fired the right guy.
And yeah, she was sitting next to her mother. She was in on the decision. So I feel you, bro, and we all good. Look, we not loyal. I'm not loyal to Stafford. Stafford did what he did for 12 years, and I respect that.
Hey, you guys want to see how loyal I am? We're not the Detroit Lions. We're the Detroit Simbas. Until we can start winning, we are known as the Detroit Simbas.
Okay, we gonna wrap it up soon. I can't believe I got a mini headache. People always talking about Stafford's INTs. Again, 4,500 passing yards with less than 150 interceptions. Stafford and Rodgers are the only two to ever do that, says Intermittent. Shout out to you for that. But the difference is it's the Detroit Lions. You know that, and I know that.
Yeah.
You have a historically good franchise. I mean, dude, the Lombardi Trophy is named after a dude who coached the Green Bay Packers. And what are we? What are we, man?
Doormats. Everybody walks on us.
Tone, you still here, bro?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, man. People I get fed up, man. Like we ain't watch the same thing every year. Y'all remember what it was like with Charlie Batch?
I remember.
Oh my God.
I remember Charlie Batch.
Because even though I don't think Stafford is like the greatest quarterback in the world, it could be significantly worse.
No, I mean
easily a franchise quarterback, and this franchise really don't even deserve a franchise quarterback. If we being honest.
I mean, Matthew Stafford was the best thing that we've had since
Calvin.
Bobby Lane.
Oh, you talking about quarterbacks?
Yeah, quarterback. Yeah, he was the best quarterback since Bobby Lane. You know. Now, that's why I'm kind of happy that we're getting rid of him so he can go out and win a Super Bowl, you know, and we just completely start fresh. Like, it's time for us to start fresh.
Yeah.
New coach, new GM, new quarterback. They can get their guy, you know, and, you know, the offensive line that they're not married to Joe Dahl anymore. They're not married to Ode Abushi, who both of them shouldn't be in the league.
Whoa. I like
Joe. But you know what, though?
Is trash, though.
You know what the thing about loyalists is and the loyalty, the Lions were loyal to Stafford. They were.
Yeah.
They were signed him to this massive deal that we're taking a hit just to get out of.
Yeah.
I am respectful. I am glad that they respect him enough that they're letting him probably letting him decide his destination.
Yeah.
He probably has some say so in that.
I think he's going to have a lot of say-so into it.
He should.
Especially if it's an AFC team, I think he's going to have all the say into it. Like, if it is the Indianapolis Colts, that's where he's going to go. You know, I think we're going to do – okay, I think I said it on the show earlier, but if I didn't, I want to make sure I say this. This is going to be the move that helps brings the idea back into Calvin Johnson. And that is doing what's right with Matthew Stafford. If Matthew Stafford truly wants to be on the Indianapolis Colts, that's where we're sending him. And Calvin Johnson is going to be like, look, they did my guy a solid. He was in the trenches with me, and they did him a solid. Maybe we could talk about repairing what we got.
Yeah. And I think Calvin, bro, like Calvin, he coming out with a lot of, I don't know, man. Calvin, he
does a lot of things. But he does a lot of things here in Detroit.
Yeah, he does. But what I'm saying is quiet Calvin ain't so quiet anymore. He said that he would feel slighted if he don't make it to the Hall of Fame. A couple years ago, he didn't care. Calvin didn't care a couple years ago.
But everybody hears the chit chatter that us fans be talking. You know, they hear that, Troxel Sports Talk thinks that Calvin's the first ballot Hall of Famer. And Joe Schmo from, such and such channel thinks that he's, the worst one and hasn't had enough years. He hears all those chatter. So, one thing about wide receivers and cornerbacks, we like to talk. That's why there's a TL. That's why there's a Jalen Ramsey. We like to talk.
Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing, y'all, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. But this is the kind of show I wanted. I want the cookie cutter stuff. I want all that, man. I don't care what nobody feels about my opinion, because you can have one too. Okay, you do have one. All you got to do is hop on YouTube. You got one in the chat.
Or call in.
Yep. You got one in the chat. Everybody has a YouTube channel. Put it on the internet. See, not everybody can do that. So I'm perfectly fine with whatever you feel. And it's all cool. But my thing is, when it comes to this franchise, we got to see more than Matthew Stafford. I do. When Calvin Johnson retired, I was like, dang. I remember watching when Barry Sanders retired. I'm like, man. What's up, Trox?
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I love what the coach Play said. He said, when I play a franchise on Madden, where is it?
It's on the screen.
No, it's the one above it. He's talking with Don Burr. He says, when I played a franchise on Madden for the Lynx rebuild, I trade for Jalen Hurts. Now, that one actually kind of makes sense because now they're talking about, we're going to trust in Carson Wentz.
And Carson Wentz will stay because of the guy that they hired. Yeah.
What if that makes
that'll be dumb.
Hurts?
That'll be dumb, bro. Carson is not the guy.
Please don't do it.
Carson's not a guy.
But if they're going to be dumb enough to trade Jalen Hurts, I would take Jalen Hurts.
If I can get a top 4 quarterback, I'm taking a top 4 quarterback.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do that, but I'm just saying, like, even as a bridge guy or as a guy that I can have a backup.
I'm not taking Hurts with no man.
We're going to give him like a second for him.
I'll give a player, not real talk. I'll go give him carry on. They like Detroit Lion running backs. They went and signed Ty Johnson. Or not Ty Johnson. It was the other one. Ty Huntley.
Jason Huntley.
Yeah. And then they went and signed our guy that we should have had at wide receiver. But
Travis.
Yeah, Travis Fulgham.
Brother. Yeah.
Yeah, and Travis Fulgham's the G though. Hey.
Yeah, he is. He is. He did his thing over there.
Absolutely, and he has a GOAT name. So
I had says I had to upload videos because of this delusional Stafford Lions fans. I don't know what you talking about, man. I have no idea because you in the wrong chat. Ain't nobody delusional up in here. I don't and look, let me tell y'all something, man. When I say let me tell y'all something, I'm about business. You can ask Trox, he know. When I say that, I'm about business. I don't understand how Matthew Stafford, how are we delusional? You want to know what delusional is? You go look on Twitter. Okay, those fans that always have us winning the Super Bowl and we ain't played a game yet.
Hey, no, go look on those Facebook group messages where they're saying 16-0, they lose the game. 15-1, we lose another game. 14-2. They keep moving the goalposts.
Clarify who you talking to, man. Because if you talking about me, no, you gonna get smoke. No, ain't nobody delusional. If you're delusional, if you think we're gonna win 5 games, especially without Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Because
what happened without Matthew Stafford in a year?
Those games.
What happened to Matthew Stafford when he wasn't here? How many games we won with Driscoll?
Let me cue it up. You said what? How many what?
How many games did we win with Driscoll, Johnson, Blau, Fails, Johnson?
You know what that is? You lose. You've lost 0. God, I don't understand. I don't understand. This is not about Stafford. Were you watching a team with Harrington and Batch and John Kitna? Please, man.
Hey, Dante Culpepper.
Man, y'all forgot Orlowski.
Oh, yeah. Orlowski, the one that goes in the back of the end zone.
I don't know where the end zone is. I'm just going up out of bounds. Jared Allen was like,
hey, with that flag. That's a safety.
The defender know you out, and you don't know you out.
And then he goes and says, "Oh, the back of the end zone should have been 11 yards."
You should have known when you was at Dano.
Yeah, facts.
Come on, bro. Y'all listen. I can't even do this, man. If you think Stafford is elite or in the same boat as Rodgers, you or anybody else, so he ain't talking to me. He ain't talking to me. I'm gonna give y'all this from Spotlight. We'll wrap it up. I'm gonna give y'all my opinion. I feel like Stafford can win if he goes on a better team. Offensive line have not been great for the Lions, and defense have been horrific for the Lions. That's it.
Facts.
Good night, everyone. No.
Hey, Spotlight. This one's for you, brother. That's a mic drop, brother.
Mic drop it.
That's a mic drop. That's
no one is saying,
drop.
But see, intermittent. You can't argue, bro. Arguing is there's no point. There's no point. Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. Okay.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Yeah. Nobody's saying that. Okay. If Aaron Rodgers is at the front of the boat, Matthew Stafford can be on the boat. Okay. Aaron Rodgers went to the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers also sat behind Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre. What did we do? We drafted Matthew Stafford after 0-8, and we launched him in to the starting quarterback role. Let's not forget. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. When Matthew Stafford, when it was year 2, I said, this dude, he got to win. He's got this year 3. This is it. He got creamed the first 2 years. He was injured. I said year 3 is the decision-making year. My thought process on Matthew Stafford will be determined year 3. What does he go out and do? He takes us to the playoffs, where we got annihilated against the Saints because they put 45 points up against us. 45-28. Matthew Stafford's 3rd year.
I just want to put something in that chat because I seen something by the guy that gave the two $5 super chat. He said Micah Parsons is a stud generational talent. That to me, I'm gonna say hashtag facts. Hey, Tone, you can say whatever you want, brother, but I think that man is a generational talent. I would rather have Micah Parsons than a quarterback this year. Just give me that bridge guy. Just get me past this year, because next year I go get my Rattler and my Spencer Rattler from OU, and I'm good to go because I love what Micah Parsons does.
You know what's crazy? I don't know. Micah Parsons is the most talented linebacker in this.
Hey, I'm doubling up at linebacker. I'm going to go get Micah Parsons and Jabril Cox.
But you know what's crazy? I think if you're talking about a pure Mike, Nick Bolton is better. If you want a pure Mike. Nick Bolton from Missouri, and Mo doesn't know what I'm talking about. JOK, Jeremiah Obosu-Koromoa from Notre Dame. He's shown more than Micah Parsons. Now, Parsons has the talent. He has the quickness. He has the size, everything. He just doesn't have the mental side of the game. You watch a lot of the Ohio State games. He can get misdirected. In the NFL, that's a killer. Look at the Dallas Cowboys. It's a perfect example. Man, we was talking about Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith. They talking about how great they were for years. They started getting misdirected. What everybody want to do now? Everybody want to trade them. in the NFL, stuff like that, you gotta have the mental side down. That's why I would love to see him go to a team like the Panthers, so he can learn from a guy like Luke Kuechly, because that guy might be the smartest linebacker I've ever seen. He was like going against a quarterback on defense.
Oh, Luke Kuechly was a phenomenal athlete. Like that
I missed
dude.
him.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to hey, this the king of me staying on, man. Adam Spence. He be dropping them donos whenever I say I'm about to get off. Appreciate you, man. Never need it, much appreciated. I appreciate that, my brother.
Hey, you know what he said?
Got him.
Yeah, we got 69 in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Listen, I just, this show is gonna be different from what y'all used to seeing. If you watch any of my games and you see how I snap, that's going to be this show, because I'm far from delusional. I'm 41 years old. I'll be 42. I know it's guys older than me. I know it's guys younger than me, but them guys not on YouTube. I am. I've been watching this team enough to know what I'm seeing. Just like I don't expect us to win more than 4 games. We may. I don't expect it. Okay? This is a whole different turnover, man. This is like working at Best Buy. You go in one day, somebody helps you. You go in the next, and it's a brand new person.
Yep.
So we got to be real. And Don been spamming this all. He says Jalen Hurts will be here next year.
Please,
I actually kind of hope so.
That he's here?
Yeah.
But how are we going to get this guy? We got how are we
it depends on. Hey, I would go give Kerryon Johnson. Go give Hey, nobody
want Kerryon Johnson, bro.
Huh?
Nobody want him. The only guy that wanted him was Bob Quinn. That's literally the only guy who wanted Kerryon Johnson.
Okay, then I'll go trade Kerryon Johnson to Bob Quinn with the Patriots stuff, and go get me the draft pick, the draft capital, go ship it off over straight to the Philadelphia Eagles, and go get Jalen Hurts.
You're probably going to need at least a second.
So wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Okay. So Kerryon Johnson and who else, Trox?
I don't know. Kerryon Johnson maybe in since they want to do some mock drafts with the tight end, we can go give them Kerryon Johnson and Jesse James, and then maybe a future third or something like that. Go give us Jalen Hurts. Absolutely. Wow. I can finagle some things.
That's
man,
just to get a guy
whoever fall for that deal,
your starting quarterback.
Hey, they want to be dumb enough to not start the man after you drafted the man.
Listen, that's called tank, baby. That's called NFL manipulation. That's what that's called.
If they want to be dumb enough to do that and they willing to give it up, just like I said, I want my 2 first-round draft picks and at least a second or a third. I want 3 draft picks for Matthew Stafford. If I can't get
I'm not anyway. At least 2.
Oh yeah, we're gonna at least get 2 draft picks, But I mean, if I'm gonna try to squeeze that second or a third with them 2 first-round draft picks, because if I could get that, then hey, we golden. Kind of like Golden Tate.
Gotti. All right, let me see how long we got. We got about halfway to the super chat of Trox. I'll be right back, man. Take over.
All right. But I guess we could talk some draft and stuff like that.
Ooh, that's all I've been working on.
I know that's why
I've been watching draft for months now.
Hey, absolutely. MicroMike even said Desmond Trufant too, and a box of crayons. Hey, we could give that. Hey, if the Philadelphia Eagles want a super tank and do this, that, the other. Hey, I want Jalen Hurts. Then y'all can tank all you want. Give me Jalen Hurts. I'll take Jalen Hurts. That'd be my guy. If I want to double up on an OU guy, I'll go get my Spencer Rattler next year. I got 2 quarterbacks now at my disposal. And then all of a sudden, now I can start drafting my defense and plug and play in my guys. I need to go after and get me, 2 linebackers or even 3 for that matter, because I don't know, man. It's time for all the linebackers to go. It's time for all the defensive line outside of the Okawara brothers. Those guys to go. Even Penasini. Like, I want everybody go. Like, I'm not keeping nobody. What would you do though, Tone? For a trade for Jalen Hurts?
What I do with Jalen Hurts?
Man, we still talking about Jalen Hurts, bro.
Well, via
I walk away for 1 minute and we still on Jalen Hurts.
I mean, I give them pretty much anything they want other than a first, second, or a third.
Not even a future third?
Nope. Not for Jalen Hurts.
Okay. I can dig that. Hey,
Because
I don't want to get rid of.
I can get a quarterback this year or next year who probably will be better than Hurts. Or if we wait a year, his value might go down because if they keep Wentz and he starts the whole year, then they just have a quarterback that they're not using.
That is true.
Y'all, I don't know what y'all talking about.
That is true.
I don't know what we got to get. We taking the quarterback in the draft. That's it.
I mean, you're trying to tell me though, if a superstar type of caliber player over a quarterback, you would not take that superstar type of guy?
And who's that superstar type of guy?
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
For me, it depends on how long you've been in the league. You know?
No, I'm talking about in the draft. Like if you're going to draft a quarterback over, say a superstar generational talent.
I mean, I don't think Mike Parsons is a superstar generational.
I'm just saying if it's just anybody, I'm just throwing it out there.
That's too vague for me.
The top four are there.
Quarterback or okay, how's this out? Star talent at quarterback or superstar at a different position. What are you picking?
Quarterback.
I'm taking the starting quarterback.
Starting quarterback over a generational talent?
At position, yes.
Okay.
No.
I guess I'm different.
I mean, I'm not taking Jamarcus Russell over Calvin Johnson. I'm not doing that.
Has superstar potential at best. He's just extremely raw.
Well, all I know is we've been on for almost 2 hours, and Adam Spence, his super chat is almost over, and we are in need of a QB. Okay, not officially, but it will be like that soon. And I think that he's like I said, Matthew Stafford's going to the Colts. They're going to give us hopefully 2 firsts or whatever. It's going to be worth the Lions' time because Matthew Stafford is currently still our quarterback.
Hey, hold on. The Black Inui show, hopefully I said your name correctly, says you crazy Pennicini stays. Hey. I just said that because, man, I'm just so tired of like the Patriot guys. I know he's not a Patriot guy, and I do need to be a little bit more light on him, but it's just show me something. Show me something that you can ball out here. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, I need everybody that was a rookie last year take a step up. 1 step up at least. You take 1 step up, I'm going to be happy. You take 1 step back, you got to go. Like, I mean, because you went from the worst. Well, it's just because we went from the worst defense.
Yeah.
You taking a step back from the worst defense, you got to go. But if he could take 1 step up, I'm going to be cool with Pennicini. But, I know he's only a rookie and yeah, technically he's still a rookie because it's still not the league year. But I mean, I'll be nice enough on him, but it's just, I need new guys. I need new guys, new blood, new heartbeat, new drive, because on the other side of this pain will be glory. Otherwise, your boy's going to be done with the Detroit Lions. Like, this is the last rebuild for TROXEL'S Sports Talk.
Yeah, I feel like that too. And Trox, you younger than me, bro, but we still feel the same. I feel like that as well. Like, for YouTube or not, I feel like that as well. The only reason I'm doing this is because of what I'm like going back to my roots of what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about this team and allow other people to do so as well via phone calls. That was the whole reason. It wasn't to make videos or nothing like that. It was to talk about this team. Not shoulda, coulda, maybe, sorta, could, maybe. Will the Detroit Lions get, Deshaun Watson? I don't know. Is it possible? Highly unlikely, but yes, that's not why I'm in here. I'm here to rant, to show love, and do whatever else they deserve. It's funny when you start keeping it 100 with Lions fans, then they want to leave. What you laughing at?
Read MicroMike.
I'm not reading. I saw that. I saw Mike. Okay, I'm not reading. I'm not reading that.
Hey.
I'm not reading that.
Got him.
Man, oh man. But anyway,
hey, for that, we got to keep Pennicini. Just for that.
Well, that's how we know we hitting the after dark segment of the show. which we'll have to have another one. But Adam, I appreciate you. The super chat as well, man. I don't know if he's in here anymore. It ain't nothing but love. He has a channel as well. But this show is smoke, man, because I'm done taking it. I am done taking it and trying to sugarcoat what I have to say or anything like that. Lions fans are touchy, they're sensitive, and they don't want to hear the truth. They just don't want to. They don't want to hear the truth, man. And the truth is, we're not a good team. We won't be for a while. If they do turn it around, I'll be surprised. I will be surprised. So, with that being said, Trox, we've been on for 2 hours, man. Appreciate you joining the show, taking time out of the day. What you got for the people, man?
Lion fans and fans of football, I always give you guys the 4 keys to winning football games. I don't care if you're in Pee Wee football or all the way in the NFL. You do these 4 keys, you're going to win football games. And this is how I would rebuild my Detroit Lions. You run the football, you stop the run, you play sound defense and disciplined football. You don't pick up penalties late in the game, costing yourself 10, 15, even 5 yards. Those are drive killers. You don't fumble the ball near the end zone. You don't throw an interception on a game-winning drive. You got to do disciplined football, especially going like with the Buffalo Bills. You know, they didn't play disciplined football. Why is Josh Allen having the ball more than 3 seconds when you're fighting against the defending champs? Those are the key things. So that's how I would build my team. And I appreciate everybody for coming out to the inaugural spiked Kool-Aid. Shout out to
give me some spiked Kool-Aid too.
The Gridiron Blitz. Shout out to MICROMIKE for coming out with the name. And appreciate your tone. And this is Trucks Sports Talk. Have a nice day. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.
Trucks got to go through the whole thing. Tone, what you got for the people, man?
Oh, it's nice coming on here with you guys. I'll probably try to show up later. You know, maybe I should just be in the bathroom all day. But it was nice coming on here with you guys, talking a little bit of draft. You know, I've been watching the draft for a while, so I'd love to get actually into the draft.
Well, hey, you got your own channel, man, and you drop that content, so we would like you to get into it as well.
Maybe I should drop the content, like why Penei Sewell isn't even the best left tackle in this draft. Mike probably ain't liking that comment. Or why Micah Parsons ain't even the best linebacker in this draft. I know Trucks ain't liking that.
No. I was about to join. Be quiet. But yeah, man. So I'll just say this. Like, you know, I've been doing this this is my 3rd year. You know, it's been a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of stuff that shouldn't have happened that did. Lot of stuff, man. And one thing I realized is that you got to say what you gonna say. You know, people gonna think what they think, and that you can't do anything about that. But you can control what you say and what you let that do to you. If you feel like, you know, you can't, if you don't want to do it or you want to wither back into a shell, then you do that. But I'm not going to do that. And I'm tired of making all these videos. I'm tired. I just want to talk about this team, and I want to talk about it with y'all, and I want to give you an outlet to talk about it. So look for I don't know how often the show is going to be, but it will be Tuesdays at 7 for sure. And we'll go from there. We'll take a temperature and go from there, man. As the off season heats up, we'll have more stuff to talk about, and we'll have segments and phone calls and stuff like that. So be ready, man. Call in, because I will shut them joints down in a second if they're not being used. I will shut them down. Know that.
I was the only one who was using the phone lines back in the day.
You
I
were.
remember that.
Just you, bro. It was like you, AT, and everything. And the DERRN was true to his word. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to jump in here really quick and say that I just watched a mock draft by the Bengal, and he has us getting screwed out of a quarterback. He thinks Carolina is going to jump up to 3 with the Dolphins, and then all 4 quarterbacks go in a row. So we do not get a quarterback there. And then he has us taking a wide receiver at 7. I'm like, no, dude, no, stop
we'll go
right
defense.
now. If that happens, we trade back.
Yeah, we'll go defense at that, because there's Barmore, there's a bunch of different guys. There's Barmore, there's Rasul or Rasul.
I actually got tilted. I'm like, you're gonna tell me we traded Matthew Stafford just to not get?
Wait, hold on, bro, Don Burr, I love you, bro. You said the thing is, it's all opinions that nobody's really right. I disagree with that. I told y'all that Everson Griffin was coming to this team. I told y'all last year, 2 years ago, that the Lions were not who you thought we were. Not you, Don, but people. So opinions can be right. They can be.
I got Brad Holmes right.
You got Brad.
Nobody was talking about Brad Holmes.
It's the playoffs, right?
I mean, no. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about it, man. None of us are getting paid by this franchise.
Sadly.
But our opinions are spot on a lot of times.
They need to be paying the fans for as much pain we're going through.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's bad.
You're good.
Let me ask y'all this real quick before we get off. We still got 61 people in. If that happens, so that let's just hypothetically say that happens, right? It's a possibility.
Right.
Lions need a quarterback, right?
Absolutely.
So we need somebody. We need a bridge guy. We need a bridge guy. Who is that bridge guy? It's not Teddy Bridgewater, right? Because he on the books for a lot. Who would it be? A Tyrod Taylor? Do y'all honestly see that?
So if that did happen, like I said, if all four quarterbacks go in a row and we did not get one of those quarterbacks, I still would not be taking a wide receiver like Bengal has us taking. I would trade back. No matter what, I would trade back. Get extra picks, and depending where I am, I might have to deal with a Mac Jones or a Kyle Trask. I know you guys don't like them.
God.
I know you guys don't like them, but we just got rid of our starting quarterback. And are you guys going to want to start with Chase McBurger Daniels or David Blau?
You already know.
If I have to, I'll rock with David Blau for 1 year.
David Blau. Absolutely. I would.
If my options are Mac Jones,
I'm going to be absolutely furious if we trade our starting quarterback and we don't get one of the top quarterbacks. If we come up empty on what they actually wanted to do.
Well, that means that Brad Holmes has a contingency to the contingency. He's got to. Maybe Mike was saying this earlier. Maybe Brad does an okie doke where he somehow gets up to number 2.
Right. And I get that. And I'm sure the Dolphins would call Detroit before they would make a trade anyway and be like, okay, the Panthers are trying to trade up. What are you willing to offer? And that's when our ammo would come into play and we could be able to beat them because we would have 2 first-round picks this year and they would not. So I'm not really worried about it. I'm just saying I would be pretty upset if that's what went down.
Oops. Oh, we just heard Trox just lost power. So sorry about that, Trox. DERRN, man, that would suck. That would suck. I mean, if we lose, if we give away Stafford and still can't get our guy, that would suck, bro.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, one of the top 4 guys, you need to get him because you can't just get rid of your starting quarterback, your franchise guy, and then not get one.
But let me ask you this, DERRN. Maybe he's got because I don't know if you can start talking to other teams and stuff about the draft. I know people don't want to show their hand, but that is it's not like 3 like last year where I knew nobody was trading up. I knew they weren't.
Right.
So what happens with us though? Does Brad Holmes pull it off? Because if we lose out on Stafford and one of these guys, it's going to be a long couple of years.
Yeah. And why I'm saying get the quarterback is you never know what's going to happen. You don't know if we're going to pick in the top 5, the top 10 again next year. Yeah. I know the odds are pretty good, but teams don't like to tank. And if Dan Campbell raises our guys' levels of play because they want to play for him like everyone says they are, then you honestly don't know what's going to happen. So you might as well get the quarterback while you can.
Yes. I agree. Well, I'm going to it's not bold because everybody knows we need one. So we will get a quarterback in free agency that is starter caliber. Like when I say starter caliber, has started in the National Football League. Let me put it like that. We will get a quarterback that has started. But if we miss out on, because we missed out on, we chose to take Okudah over Herbert. That was a choice.
And honestly, it's fine with me because,
that choice.
I don't. I'm
definitely okay with it because odds are
he's a better prospect than Herbert. Now Lance, I don't know about Lance, but
Because odds are, like Mike said before, if we took a quarterback last year, then who's to know if it turned into a Rosen situation? Who knows if Holmes and Campbell would want this guy? Who knows if Campbell and Holmes would actually be the GM and coach if we drafted a quarterback last year?
You know what? I think so. I still think Patricia was gone, bro.
Oh yeah, either way they're gone. I'm not saying that.
You just don't think
it's different situations.
Okay, I got you. Just like a alternate realm, like
alternate reality,
alternate Earth, right? Yeah, man. Listen, well, that's why y'all got to tune in to the show. Make sure you sub, ring that notification bell, because this is the way I want my channel to go. This is the direction. More of a less videos and more real talk, man. Honestly. So, DERRN, you joined us late, man, but I'm glad you got on. You sound great, my brother. You sound
appreciate it. I put the baby down in bed.
Okay, yeah, I know that's a tough thing to do, man. Tough thing to do. My baby is 11, so I got to put him down to bed too. But with a nice little hug or something. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. People in the chat, Adam Spence, all my mods, all my super chats, and TROXE'Ls. I'll let him be able to say his farewell again. So you had like a spike, TROX, like a power surge or something.
Okay, so I got 2 heaters, right? 2 little space heaters.
Oh no!
Did it eat through the cord?
No, it didn't eat through the cord. It just popped the fuse, and I had to go to the fuse box.
Yep.
And then I had to wait till the internet restarted. Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing it was during the game though, because that would have sucked.
Oh, let's put it this way. Your boys now, he's gonna be counter thinking.
Now you know. Well, DERRN, since you got here late, man, I guess tell the people something. Just tell them anything. I don't know.
Well, it's always great listening to these fellas, and the great thing about this group is we all have diverse opinions, and that's okay. We respect each other's opinions, and
very true.
That's why it's so great to tune into this channel. You want to say bye? Say bye.
Oh, bye. All right. With that being said, we are out. I will see you next time on Spike Kool-Aid for more Detroit Lions talk. With that, we are out. Good night, everyone.
Peace.